This is the football show. It wasn't a good night for goalkeepers at Anfield, was it? Both Thibaut Courtois and Alisson were at fault for goals as Liverpool were beaten by Real Madrid, leaving them a mountain to climb in the second leg. Well, who better to talk to than the former Liverpool goalkeeper, David James, who joins us live right now. Very good morning to you, David. Two mistakes from two of the best keepers in the world. How shocked were you to see that one?
Yeah, good morning, Rob. Happy Wednesday. I wasn't sure where you're going with that when you said two goalkeeper mistakes. Who better to talk to than David James? I think when you look at it yesterday, you can analyse the errors and put them down to two top draw goalkeepers just getting it wrong. Obviously, with Thibaut Courtois, I think Liverpool fans like myself thought that this was an opportunity that Liverpool were going to go on and do something incredible. Unfortunately, obviously with Alisson, that made it 2-2, and the second half was a very painful watch for a lot of Liverpool supporters.
Yeah, I'm guessing from what I hear you say, for Courtois, perhaps he'll just ride it off. He'll take solace from the fact that they went on to win it. But Alisson, as a keeper, how long will that error be lingering in his mind? How do you get over something like that?
Well, I think, as I say, that we're talking about two of the best goalkeepers in the world. I mean, Courtois was obviously the man of the match in the Champions League final last year. Has continued some great form this year. I think with Alisson, to be the best in the world, you're going to make mistakes and you get over it. He produced the best save of the game as well. I mean, that was little comfort in a 5-2 defeat, but he is a top draw goalkeeper, and I don't imagine for 1 minute that he'll let that affect him. He'll be disappointed, he'll analyse it, as I say, but in the end he'll come good, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything crossed, in the rematch in Madrid, he can be a match winner for Liverpool.
Yeah, on that point, Jurgen Klopp says the tie is over. How much do you agree with that?
So he said it was over.
He said at this moment it's over. In 3 weeks' time. In 3 weeks' time, we'll have a little look at it, is what he said, effectively.
Oh, yeah, forgive me. Yeah. Sorry, I was wondering what you were talking about there. No, I mean...
I wonder that quite often.
Let's put it right. Yeah. Look, Liverpool played literally the best team in the world. I was listening to the commentary, and Real Madrid this season are on par for what they did last season with regards to league form. It's only an exceptional performance by Barcelona that's stopping them from being top. Current Champions League holders at the moment. So, Liverpool played the best team in the world. They proved they were the best team in the world with the best player in the world in Benzema and one of the up-and-coming best players in the world in Vinicius. So there was a lot there that Liverpool had to overcome. However, there is still an opportunity and to make history in so many different ways for Liverpool in Spain. And I think that if any player goes into that game thinking that they can't do it, then they might as well not turn up. So tough ask, granted, but still a chance.
Yeah. The good news for you, David, is with you, there's always another one of your former teams that could come through and do good things. So let's turn our attention to Manchester City. They're on the way this evening. We talk so much about experience they have in winning titles, but they slipped up at the weekend. For you, as far as the Premier League is concerned, are things back in Arsenal's favour now?
Well, I mean, you talk about an Arsenal side who themselves, despite a fortuitous win against Aston Villa, aren't in the greatest form themselves. And the one team that is in form is Manchester United, who theoretically, if they continue this run, would be able to catch both Manchester City and Arsenal. So, I mean, good thing for a neutral if there is a possible position. Then the Premier League is very much up for grabs at the moment. You would expect, on previous history, that Manchester City will put some kind of run together, of course. But it's wonderful, Rob, when we don't know what's going to happen, even if we think we do.
Yeah, but for City, Champions League, is that the priority for them with all that's gone on before?
I think being the best team in your country has always been, or under Pep Guardiola for sure, always been Manchester City's sort of first aim. And again, it's not they're going to give up the Premier League just for the Champions League. When you look at Real Madrid last night and how good they were, you look at Napoli again last night, how good they are in domestic form and in Europe at the moment. I mean, the idea of taking on any one of those sides in a final, if you get there, you're not going to guarantee to win. It's going to be difficult. So I think, first of all, focus on the league. I mean, they've got Champions League tonight, of course, but focus on the Premier League, try and get that title back again. And then at the end of the season, if you're in a position to win the Champions League, then you can enjoy double success. But yeah, I don't think there'll be any prioritisation other than the next game coming.
No. I want to get your thoughts on the League Cup final as well this weekend. The headline, obviously, going into it, no Nick Pope after that red card at the weekend. Martin Dubravka, cup tied. So we could be seeing Loris Karius in goal. How hard is it, though, for a goalkeeper going into a game like this? Effectively cold, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought the sending off was harsh until I saw it in replay, because I thought there was a covering man on the line. But yeah, for Nick Pope, that's a very unfortuitous moment. But with Karius, having worked under Eddie Howe, I think that the work that Karius would be doing leading up to this would have been in preparation for any kind of eventuality. And obviously with Nick Pope being suspended and, as you said, Dubravka being cup tied, then Karius was already in line anyway. So yeah, the one thing that he should have in front of him is a very solid defence, and I think Newcastle's success this season has been based on a solid defence as well as Nick Pope. So I'm looking at the Man United lineup. There's not too much to worry about.
I guess Loris Karius in particular, and maybe a few others will remember the 2018 Champions League final. How do you recover from something like that? It was horrible for him, wasn't it? Is it harder for a goalkeeper than anywhere else on the pitch?
No, I mean it's down to the individual. I think what was lost in all that discussion, obviously the time of the game, I was there myself. You look at incidents, and the first thing I remember was the fact that Ramos had had that collision with Karius 3 minutes before the first goal, or the Benzema goal, shall I say. And therefore there was a question of concussion. So as long as you can deal with the problem post-match, sports psychologist, whatever, I did liken it to a post-traumatic stress situation, because you've got millions, if not billions, of people watching an incident and effectively blaming one individual for it. So if you can deal with that, which he's had time to do, then he should be looking forward to this as a chance for redemption in other people's eyes, and look forward to it as a chance to prove himself in his own eyes. So, from a moment of really sort of negativity, he has a chance to become almost like the Roy of the Rovers goalkeeper. I'm not sure. Billy the Fish.
Billy the Fish, I remember him, yeah. Now, I like to pride myself on being observant, and what I've noticed in the past few minutes is you're not sat to my right-hand side. You're in Derby today, so tell us what you're up to.
Yes. Well, I'm here with Utilita Football for the football festival, the Utilita Football Festival. As you can see behind me, there's loads of kids who are just enjoying a really fun time. There's a hit the top corner, which I did. Free kick taking, there's some archery, there's a table thing, a bendy table. Apparently, from what I've seen, you're supposed to avoid the table. But generally what it is, Utilita Football have done these football festivals up and down the country over the last year or so, which for me is wonderful, because I get to travel around and just see people enjoying football. Great day out, and for me as well, I get the chance to show my skills, Rob.
Yeah, and go on the bendy table thing.
Go on the bendy table. It's a bit late for me to get in the League Cup final, though.
Oh, well, stranger things have happened, my friend. You never know. Keep that phone on. Lovely to see you as always.